Hello again, folks. I'm back for another WIP Wednesday. So it's the beginning of the year here, and I am starting to churn out some easy wins, as I put it in a Instagram post. So one of the things I'm doing is a lot of this scatter terrain that I have picked up over the years, and has just kind of sat around unpainted, or a couple of pieces were in desperate need of being stripped and repainted. So a couple of pieces that I have here. We have a couple of pieces from Mantic. I'm not even sure. I got it on a clearance sale, so I don't play the game. I just picked up the scatter terrain. Some Reaper Bones barrels and a vending machine. And then these two vending machines here are actually old pieces that I picked up from a guy on Daka that was selling them. I think he was trying to start some kind of business up, but I got a bunch of these and a bunch of crates to go with them. So they're cool. The Reaper Bones one is a little bit smaller. I've done a couple of these up in a different color scheme. These chemical barrels are interesting. There's a little iris opening on the bottom and a more traditional opening on top. These are going to be real easy. I'm just going to finish painting the stripe around the center here, and then they're done. So that gets them off of the lead pile, and real easy start to the year. These are little crates from one of Mantic's sci-fi games. Again, same thing. There's just a couple of little details on here, and then a wash and a dry brush, and that'll be 10, 11 pieces off the lead pile with very minimal work. A nice start to the new year. In the same line of scatter terrain, I have a couple of these dumpsters that came with some trucks that I picked up off of AliExpress. I wanted to get these done a couple of weeks ago, and I just never got around to finishing them. I undercoated them with some rust-ish colored paint, dabbed on some different colors, and then did the hairspray, and then airbrushed on a blue on top. And then today I just kind of worked it a little bit with a wet Q-tip and a toothpick to get some scratches here. So this is going to get a couple of different washes, just my regular ink wash, and then some rust-colored washes, a little bit of a dry brush here and there. Again, real easy couple of pieces to get knocked out. And then once I actually get around to playing either sci-fi or zombie games, something urban, these will be perfect as scatter terrain. I also picked up some fireforge Russian infantry from their historic line. I have several of their Forgotten Realms. Forgotten Worlds line of undead stuff. And these Russian guys here seemed to be the most generic. They're not the Teutonic Knights or anything with a whole bunch of religious symbolism all over them. They're just clad in chainmail. Very generic. The pieces, the bodies take Oathmark and the other North Star plastic kits from Frostgrave and whatnot very well. I've already actually started making up a set of these to be a drow raiding party, but those are going to be painted a while from now. So I just did up a simple mix of figures here. Bowman, couple of hand weapons, the 6 centimeter spear that they come with. It's plastic. We'll see how it holds up. I have metal spears from North Star if I need to replace them. And then they have lots of these giant, these would be Dane axes if these were Vikings, but these are giant two-handed axes here. So 6 of those on the painting table for today. I just spray primed them black, dry brushed metallic on them, and there's very few non-armored details to pick out on these, so they're going to go quick also. I'm also starting a AK47 Republic project. One of my friends, Murph, started getting into the game, so we ordered a couple of armies. I don't think I'm going to get these painted. It's a little weird coming off of 2 weeks of vacation where I was just churning out dozens of miniatures at a time. So I think these are just going to be prepped this week, assembled, based, cleaned up. I want to base these vehicles, these trucks, and some of the other ones. The wheels in the bottom are very flimsy, so I'm going to build them up with a little bit of green stuff and then base them, and that's going to protect them a lot better. I base a lot of my 28mm vehicles, my historic stuff, because I just got tired of guns snapping off. This is a Mutt Jeep here with twin M60s and a little bit of armor. So I base a lot of my vehicles now. I just don't have the time to fix vehicles anymore. I picked up some Humvees, some 50 cals on top. These are all Command Decision 15mm. They're post World War II, Cold War era stuff. I wish these Humvees had some more options other than the 50 cals, but AK47 Republic really kind of makes a lot of these things generic, so it doesn't matter for the game. It would just be a nice preference. So the huge box I picked up from Old Glory of this stuff, and this week I will be prepping, cleaning, and basing them, and then probably painting them up next week. I have a bunch of Rust-Oleum matte spray paints, so these will get a green matte spray paint, and then they'll paint up real quick from there. So that is what's on this WIP Wednesday, and back to work. Zug zug. So we're going to slow down a little bit. That's why I wanted to get these scatter terrains in for some, pump up the numbers. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time.